just I think something valuable that they could take away from this is to just kind of remember what it's like on that student side. I think sometimes we might forget because we are so busy teaching and preparing that we might forget what it is like.
Yeah, a highlight for me was definitely lifetime fitness. After going through that class, I was like, every student at JRLP should have this in their day because they had the opportunity to get up, to move, the teacher had us go get some vitamin D and sit in the sun.
It was very fun,
if students
though,
are actually
being in the classes. I particularly enjoyed getting the workout in first thing in the morning and not being glued to the screen and being able to do some exercises and lift some weights.
One teacher did like this amazing thing where they checked in, like after they had everybody do an activity, they checked in and they like took attendance like throughout the entire class. And it was beautiful. Like students clearly knew to expect it. They all came back with their hands raised or their cameras on for after every single thing.
But being on as a student for 95 minutes straight was exhausting.
Challenges I would
Maybe
say
even more so than being a
were
teacher.
just being alone, a lot of time independent in a breakout room. And so I know that because I was just an observer that day, obviously I didn't have actual work to do, but trying to do their work, I felt like because there was so much
If we do
independent
this and
time,
I'm looking like I can't
it was
read,
hard
no, I
to
can't
stay.
see it. It's too small. So then juggling, and I'm trying to flip back and forth, and whether you're flipping tabs or flipping arrangements in the meat to try to be a spotlight or to just pin one tile and then trying to make it bigger, but it's like there was some stuff I'm like, no, I can't see
Another challenge was that there were some teachers who moved very slowly through things because there were a few students who were struggling. It seemed like from the student's perspective, there was, a teacher was working with somebody and it didn't work. And so the whole class paused for minutes
in some settings
at a time.
Especially the larger the class, the easier it is to disappear. And I've seen that as a teacher too. It's like some of these kids are logging in and they're not there.
The effort, because it wasn't like,
and the bigger the class, the easier it is
or whatever, but there wasn't the intentionality of including everybody in that really good conversation. So it was like a really good conversation was happening, and then everybody else was just kind of left to observe it and not really be a part of it. And so I think as a student, that would be really challenging to just sit and like be, a spectator.
Balance in a whole schedule, but I think also within each class of a balance between individual work, getting off the screen versus engaging and being present and interactive.
To see if it was a good amount of time. And I still had like, sometimes between 5 and 15 minutes where I was just waiting. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, one of the things, I guess, a shift that I'll try to take and I would pass on too is whenever we are sharing a screen, we've got slides or whatever that we're presenting in the meet, they have to be a lot bigger for anyone to see it in general.
Yeah, we just need to maybe not think about how much time we have and really think about, okay, we need to fit like 2 days worth of content in this 195-minute block. It shouldn't take us 20-30 minutes to get started into
anything that can get you away from the screen was good. So getting up and moving and lifting weights and stretching and being told go outside and take a walk, great. But being on as a student on the screen for 95 minutes straight.
I did also notice one of the classes like used like the quick links in the Google Classroom. which
Yeah,
I've
I
never
really
noticed
enjoyed
was there before.
just being a student, being able to listen. Like I learned a lot about when I was listening to the food science class about the history of food and hunters and gatherers, and then just listening in sociology. So just being able to listen and to absorb that knowledge was really cool.